Hey y'all, this is part one of probably going to be a 2 or 3 part series on quail pens, quail cages, quail coops, quail setups, because that is one of the most frequently asked questions I get. So this week we're going to look at, my silkies are in here too, and this guy's not happy with me. This week we're going to look at my outdoor quail pens. These are colony pens that they share their yard with the silkies who are running around here. So these colony pens I really like. There are 2 males and 8 females, and they're just over 4 by 4 feet. They're actually advertised as portable dog kennels at Tractor Supply. And then I'll show you how I kind of improved them. So let me open this up. It's all right, Louie. So first of all, I put these little door stops on here so that I can open the door and not worry about them all running out. This one has it and that one over there does not. And I really need to put one on the other one because this is critical for when you're wanting to come in and do some work and not worried about the quail kind of running out. So I also got some of this, I don't know if you can see it. There we go. So this is like bird netting or deer netting, deer fence, plastic that I got, and I just zip tied it all the way around the inside because the holes were just a little too big for the quail. And this also keeps some other critters out like snakes. Although I should say that these, because they have the soft, they are waterproof, but because they have the soft tarp tops, they're not critter proof. I wouldn't use them like this without some improvement, without also having electric net fencing all the way around. You can see the bigger yard as well up there. All this electric net fencing all the way around to keep critters out, because these guys are really vulnerable. So little raccoons and stuff, coyotes, foxes, bears, whatever you have, could totally manipulate this. But it works really well for us with the electric net fencing. So this is this pen. I use straw on the ground. They love it. They burrow under it. They make little nests with it. It's really cute. They're mating right now. So we have 2, that's one of the males. So we have 2 males in here and the rest are females, 8 females. That's a ratio I really like with the quail, is 1 male to 4 females. And they're really active right now. Sometimes they'll all be sleeping and napping and sunbathing, but right now they're not. So I love this little hutch that I got. It's from one of the cheaper supply companies. Oh, I can't reach it. Let me come in. So I come in right in to clean them out. I just use a little dustpan and a little rake when I clean out their straw. I do that about once a week. So this is just from one of the cheaper online places. I think I got this one off eBay. It was like $30. It's great. They do sometimes lay in it, and then sometimes they'll lay their eggs under it. So I like to check. It's really lightweight. Has a little ramp. The only thing is that it's so cheap that it's not really waterproof. So I do have it, you know, where it stays dry. But I do use straw on the ground in here as opposed to like pine shavings, because anywhere that it's going to be wet, if the ground is going to be wet at all, then I use straw. And that keeps them up off the water, off the mud. Because sometimes the rain does flow like under. Even though it doesn't rain in here, it'll flow under and it'll get really muddy really quick if you didn't have the straw down. Now, when I have them somewhere where it's not going to get wet at all, then I do use the pine shavings. I like those a little bit better. So they're more absorbent, but they mix with mud and they make a mess if there's mud. So I like this. They have their food and their water a little bit elevated. That keeps everything clean, keeps the straw from being kicked in there. They have their little heavy bowl of oyster shells for calcium. That keeps their eggshells really strong. Oh, there's a little boy talking to us. They're super active right now. They don't like me sitting in here with them either. They're like, what are you doing? So yeah, they really like this setup. I really like this setup. I had a vision at one point of being able to like move these around to new fresh patches of grass because they eat the grass after a while. Easy, gentle. But it was just too much of a pain in the butt to move this specific model. So it stays here and I just clean it out every week. If it gets muddy or wet, I'll clean it out more often than that. But yeah, this works really, really, really well. I love how big it is. There's actually more than 1 square foot per bird. It's about 16 square feet and actually a little more than that. And there's only 10 birds in here. So lots of room. I give them a dust bath a couple times a week. Let them play in it, just a Tupperware bin of sand. And then they scratch it all out and then I have to refill it. So it's not in here right now, but it works really, really great. So let's go show you the other one. Make sure that's closed. Let me show you this one. So this is what that one used to look like before I made some improvements. So as you can see, it does not have the door stop. So I just have to be really careful when I open the door. Our wild type or pharaoh quail color are in here, so it's hard to see against the straw. They camouflage so well. But they have another system that works really well in here. Is these are bus tubs from like restaurant bus tubs, and I drilled a 4-inch hole, 2 4-inch holes in the front. That one's a little duct taped together, needs to be replaced. I love these and they love them. They can duck in and out of the holes. They do lay their eggs exclusively in there. They each have their own little corner. Just raise it up. They make a little, I don't know if you can tell that little depression in the corner over there. That's, I already collected the eggs this morning. That's their little nest. They each female kind of has their own little corner that they use. And I love these things. They're not cute like the other one, but the quail, oh, she's hiding. The quail really like them a lot. They love this straw. This is one great thing about the straw. It feels really natural to them. Like living in grass or in the prairie, I think, is super, super natural behavior. So this straw kind of mimics that. They like it a lot. Again, they have their food and their water. This water is not raised up, so it's getting dirty. I have to clean it up every single day, so I'm gonna need to get another platform for this one. I don't know where it went. And then they too have their little oyster shell. Without offering them oyster shell, I found the eggshells were getting broken too easily and they step on them and they make a mess. So yeah, this works so well. You can get right in there and clean it. It's great. So I will show you some other setups in the next video. Hope you guys liked it.